Okay, 2:02. I think we gave him enough time to get logged on. This is being recorded, everyone, FYI. So if you want a copy of this, we have a little PowerPoint presentation. We'll be sure to send it out to everyone, all the vendors, as soon as we finish up here today. First off, welcome. Thank you for participating and purchasing a tabletop for our upcoming outdoor trade show. We're back into a large person event. We've had some smaller, things going on this year, but we're certainly excited to bring not the masses, but a very large crowd together nonetheless. My name is Jesus Azanza. I'm the chapter executive director here for the Greater Houston CAI chapter. And I will hand it over to Darlene Treat, who is with Sweetwater Pools, and she is the chair of the trade show committee, and she'll recognize some committee members. And Darlene, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Darlene, and I'm the chair of the trade show. We do have committee members on here, so I want to go ahead and point them out. So you guys raise your hand, and as I call on you, we have Janet Anderson up here. Amy is somewhere, but her camera is
Hello. Hi, thank you.
Cindy somewhere.
Hi.
Is anybody else? I don't see anybody else. But there's more, and they'll all be there next Wednesday. We are excited for you guys all to come and excited for our new year and how to get through this trade show, navigating through COVID. All right. You want to put the slideshow up? We're going to go ahead and skim through the show, and then any questions you guys have for us, we will do at the very end. Hopefully this answers all your questions, but of course we are here to answer any more that you may have. Everybody knows that the outdoor trade show will be next Wednesday, the 28th, from 11 to 4. We will start setup early in the morning. You can get there as early as 7 o'clock. We are not doing the day before setup. You're gonna start there, yes. We are not doing the day before setup just due to security reasons. We can't leave anything there because it's out in the open and it's outdoors, but you can get there early at 7 o'clock. There is no piping or drapes, but you will be giving 2 chairs, a skirted table, a lunch, drink, and dessert ticket, which you can redeem at the food trucks that we have. And then you'll be given a complimentary water and soda from the bar. You have till 11 o'clock for setup, so try to get there as early as possible. So that way, if you need to unload, you can move your car and park it in the parking areas and not block the entry. The wind might be a factor, so please keep that in mind. We're going to bring some clips for you guys to clip your tabletops, but anything else, just be mindful that it might blow. So if you have these big displays, try to bring something to hold it down. Sandbags, weights. You cannot, let's see, yeah, that'll work. Who can attend? We've invited everybody within the community association, from managers, homeowners, condominiums, high rises, business partners. So any of your customers that you deal with on a regular basis, it'd be good to let them know so they can come. Earth Care has been a gracious sponsor for our lanyard. So all managers will be wearing one of their lanyard with Earth Care on it. Thank you, Air. Next slide. Here is the front view of our outdoor pavilion. Where the cars are, that's where the entry is. There is plenty of parking in front of it. The actual exhibit booths will be set up under that pavilion. Kind of like where those tables are set up, but we'll actually have booths, not round tables like that. It has huge fans, so the weather is supposed to cooperate in our favor. Hopefully Jesus has done his research good and we have really good weather. Once we see the 10-day forecast, then we'll know for sure. But if not, there's huge fans to keep us cool. Let's see, the parking is right here. You're gonna enter through the gates. We're gonna have a big sign out there, hopefully on the gate, that tells you where to enter. Parking is free. All right, next slide. Tabletop setup, we talked about this, is from 7 in the morning on that Wednesday until 11 o'clock. The actual show runs from 11 to 4. And then we have an after party in the lawn, which is behind the actual pavilion, from 4 to 6. The bar opens at 12 o'clock. So everybody who's ready to start drinking can start drinking at 12. Each person that's registered for a tabletop, you get 2 people per booth. If you've gotten with Jesus beforehand or after this meeting, you're more than welcome to have an additional person. The cost for that is $25 per additional person. But the first 2 are complimentary with your tabletop. Food trucks are available. Each person is going to get a ticket that registered. But if you want more food after that, they're going to be available all day there until 4 o'clock. All vendors need to be gone by 7. So please make sure you've made arrangements to have everything that you brought in to be able to be gone by 7. Next slide. Here are all of our wonderful vendors that will be participating. If you are on and you do not see your name, please get with Jesus or comment below and let us know if we're missing anybody. But everybody that has registered, we have you on here. And the layout. So if you're looking at this, registrations at the bottom, parking is below there. So when you first come in, we will have 2 spots. The attendees register on the right. Everybody that's a vendor with a tabletop, you will be on the left. So once you park, you're more than welcome to, if you know where your booth is already, to start setting up. If you don't, then check in with the vendor registration and we will point you to the right direction. And then once you're set up, come and get your name tags, information, and then you'll be good for the day. To your left here is where the food truck area will be. We have seating and tables there that are sponsored by
Outdoor furniture.
Outdoor Furniture. Thank you. They're going to provide tables and chairs for us in the outdoor or in the food truck area. We have a DJ over here in the middle. And to the left of that will be where the bar is to get your, is that where the complimentary drinks are?
Yes.
Yes, that's where your water and sodas will be. And then the after party is going to be in the grass area. There's actually concrete of driveway over there to your right where that arrow is. We're going to have tents and games set up for over there. We have some awesome games that Amy has already gotten together. Am I missing anything? Yes. Okay, we need to talk about the group. Each of your tabletops, the vertical tables are 8 feet long. Your entire area is about 10 feet by 6 to 7 feet. It is slightly smaller than previous years where we had a 10 by 10 area. This year we have a little bit less. We cannot have any carpet or padding due to trip hazards, so please leave those at home or at your business. If you do not want a table or chair, please let us know ahead of time so we just don't have it set up in your booth. But when you arrive that morning, you'll have a table and 2 chairs. If you do, you should not need a canopy, but if you do, please let us know ahead of time so we can help determine what to hold it down with. But because there's a covered area, you should not need one. But again, if you want to bring one and you already have plans of bringing one, let us know ahead of time so we can help give you ideas of how to secure it. We want to make sure we eliminate any high winds and it blowing over into somebody else's display. Did I miss anything on those?
No, you got it all.
Okay. Next slide.
The last thing I'll add to that, Darlene, is the pillars along the perimeter of the pavilion have outlets. So there have been five vendors who have requested electricity to their booth. If you need it, let us know. We can probably get 12 to 15 vendors set up with power. So please contact the chapter if you need that. The last thing I'll add before we open it up for questions, and thanks, Darlene, that was great way to cover it. Our safety protocols. So the seating at the underneath the tent we have set aside near the food trucks, that will be spaced out at a proper distances. In addition to the after party area. Masks will not be required. Of course, we always encourage them, but again, it's an outdoor venue. We've got, we think, enough distance. We're limiting the number of vendors per tabletop in most cases. So they won't be required. And we've heard from several of our attendees, manager members who will feel comfortable attending in this format, which is why we're going with the outdoor venue. This has been planned for several months, but recent surveys have said, look, if we can do it outdoors, would be more likely to attend. Our typical attendance is about 350. We're anticipating about 100 less, due to COVID, but still, if we can get to 250, we feel confident that that will be some great networking for all of our vendors. So with that being said, do we have any questions from the vendors? You can just unmute yourselves or ask it via the chat. We'll hang on a second.
Jesus, do we have a height requirement on our displays?
We do not. That will depend largely on your location. So, if you were in one of those middle rows, again, certainly if you go over 8 feet, you might be getting a little too tall with it being an outdoor venue. If it's not a heavy base or have sandbags or something, holding it down.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
If you can send a picture of it to Jesus or I, we can help you determine that.
Okay.
We're planning to work the show in 2 shifts of 2 and 2. So we just pay for the other 2 registrations, and then that way we stay within our booth capacity during the show. Is that the understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, and that's another thing. Please, I know you got an email, everyone. Please go online and register in advance because we have such a short window. In years past, if you've exhibited with us before, we have typically a full day and a half. So, we get your badges printed on site. Because we're limited to a 4-hour window, please go online and register via the link. It's really easy to do. And that would save a lot of time on site, a lot of headaches for you guys.
Question over here, there is no dividers between the booth. It's just tables and chairs, but it's all spaced out, so there's space between you guys. That is Gina asking. Is she on? Yes.
The other thing I will add too is if you are a premium partner of the chapter, gold, silver, or bronze, we have a floor cling, which is essentially a sticker we will place on the concrete in front of your tabletop. So we're going to try to do that about 10 o'clock. We're going to give you time to set up. So just keep that in mind. However you set up your display, we'll have something designating you as an annual sustaining sponsor of the chapter. Let's see if I got any other questions here. The flooring, it's concrete. Obviously, it's an outdoor pavilion. Again, no carpet, so wear comfortable shoes. In the event it does rain, which fingers crossed, it doesn't. We have a couple of days, if I believe, Darlene, to make that change.
Yes, I think she said we need to give her by Wednesday to tell her if it needs to be moved inside. So we're waiting for that 10-day forecast.
Right.
One knows in Houston it can change any day, but we're going to try to go off that 10-day forecast. Another question that's popped up about door prizes. Are we allowing them at our booths? Yes, you can do door prizes. Jesus, correct me if I'm wrong, but the DJ can still announce them if you take
Yeah.
them over. Yes. You
Yes.
can bring
Yeah.
anything. It's more lenient here than it was in NRG. So if you want to do a wine or liquor basket and give that away, you can. Almost anything at your booth you can give away as long as it's sealed up and ready to go.
Absolutely, she's right. It is much more lax than in years past. It operates in a completely different set of rules. So the DJ area, let me share my screen again real quick. So this area here, you can bring and make any sort of announcement you'd like. We will also have speakers spread out throughout the perimeter of the pavilion. So if you're in this area here, don't worry. We're not going to blast you with loud music or loud announcements. It'll be set at a conversational level, so we can go about our business. Just keep that in mind. I wanted to remind those folks. I know a couple right in this area were a little bit concerned about that. If that's you, you're okay.
We are still trying to keep one announcement per vendor, so we don't have the same person repeatedly going up there.
I know a lot of you do, cookies and again, candy and giveaways, a lot of those things, which is great. So certainly, if you'd like to coordinate with us in advance, if you're looking, the venue is actually a complete full service catering venue as well. So if you're looking to have something, prepared by the venue, let us know. We can connect you. If you're bringing something in, there's no upcharge, there's no corkage fee. Again, it's a very lax set of rules. So we're taking advantage of it while we can, because, we're not sure, the board hasn't had the discussion about whether or not we go back to NRG or a large convention venue. Odds are we probably will. So, you want to take advantage of not having to pay that upcharge this year.
We have another committee member that came on, Chris. Say hi, Chris. He's not on there.
Hello.
Chris is the enforcer if you're not staying within your booth guidelines.
Yes.
I'll make sure I wear my small shirt that day.
Did I miss any other committee members? I don't think so.
Anybody have any other questions? We're here. We've, again, we probably have a little over 170 registered right now. The goal is to get to 250. This year's show is about 30 vendors less than the years past. One, primarily due to space. So that attendee to exhibit to vendor ratio should be about the same as you've come to remember, if not a little bit better. But again, we always are pushing attendees, so please spread the word and help us, get the managers to show up. So if you're a manager out there, talk to your friends, talk to your counterparts at other companies, support this event. This is the one time a year, it is for the vendor community. About 90% of what we do are for community managers and HOA board members. But this event, is just to highlight the vendors we have that really, pay the bills for the chapter. So please, come out and support it and let your clients know. Oh, I see someone asked for that.
We've been asked to resend the registration link, Jesus, whenever you have a chance.
Sending that right now.
Oh, you're fast.
There we go.
Well, awesome. Y'all don't have any more questions.
Is that good? All right, well, thank you. Let's see, again, we will have this PowerPoint. There's some specs in there you probably want. So we'll be sure to email this out to everyone. Again, get online and register your folks who are going to be attending the trade show. That'll be hugely important and beneficial for everyone involved. And we will see you all there. But there will be more updates coming out, so check your email.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Take care, everyone. Here's the,